For this week, we have another proud Pinoy entrepreneur, a Filipino businesswoman who continued the legacy of her mother in expanding a homegrown business that brings to the local table a tried and tested Pinoy favorite.
Tentay Patis has graced many or maybe all Filipino dining tables over several decades. Today, this brand is still synonymous with Filipino flavor, and it all started with Mrs. Roberta Javier, mother of Tentay's food sauces.
Tentay has been around, and it's been the oldest in the industry, I would say, because Patis was really started by my mother, Roberta Javier. The family was into fishing business, and they have this fish brokerage at the fish port of Navotas, and this is what you call bulungan. When you say bulungan, it's a silent bidding. You whisper your bid price to her, and she has to remember who said that the lowest price will be the winner. So that was her work. So with that work, there was a time that there was a lot of fish. Sobrang dami that it could not be taken by the buyer. So it was just almost on a giveaway price. And since my mom was the seller of the fish, she kind of felt obligated to keep the fish, buy it herself, and put them in jars. So she salted this fish with the help of some of her siblings until time caught up with her, and what she thought of drying them later and make dyeing, she lost time. And the fish deteriorated and became Patis later.
With a simple name as the unofficial brand of this well-loved seasoning, the family, led by Roberta, started a backyard business which daughter Velia describes as more of a hobby. They gave away samples of their patis to family and friends, which immediately clicked with everyone who was lucky enough to be the recipient of the gift. With that, the family decided to give the product a name.
Sige, mag-branding na ako. Pero at that time, wala pang mga branding you call such. But she has to name it because she's quite popular in the fishing business. So, sige, Tentay ang ilagay. So, that started the Tentay Patis business.
The official brand Tentay Patis was born in 1949, though the family has been in the patis even before the Japanese War.
In my earlier years, like when I was small, I fondly remember that I always come with my mom, being the youngest in the family. So, being bunso, parang you should be going with your parents everywhere they go. Without minding kung hindi na yata bagay sa akin yun dahil pang matanda na yung pinupuntahan. Because my mom was already in her 40s when she gave birth to me. So, medyo mayroon lang layo ang gap. Anyway, I kind of enjoy them too because ako yung parang, nakakatuwaan ng mga friends niya. And she will bring me to the fishing boats pag mayroong blessing. Sumasakay kami na amphibians and then they bring us to the fishing boat. And we have so many guests, about maybe 200 guests, na we serve them food all day long. So, masaya. And yung sa Patis naman, since the factory was in outside at the back of our house, it was a next thing for me to go and play there. So, nakikita ko yung mga workers, anong ginagawa nila. So, somehow, it was very early na I came to know how Patis was done during my mom's time.
What started with friends and the community, the product reached even farther. Ruperta's husband was then vice president of the Philippine National Bank, and he made sure that he brought along bottles of Tentay's Patis to his visits to clients, as well as to the big bosses at PNB. Now the company exports this product to several countries across the globe. The start of their export business came with another simple story with Ruperta and her Ilocana friend who was a resident of Hawaii.
In terms naman of export, I remember there was this lady from Ilocos that she came to our house and talked to my mom that she would like to export patis in Hawaii. So, with that said, they became friends and she started sending patis and bagoong to Hawaii. So that's how it started, because of her, who helped my mom to bring patis there.
Indirectly, they were already exporting to Hawaii. Velia says indirectly because the Ilocana friend was actually a trader who brought the patis and bagoong to Hawaii, a place where many Ilocanos have migrated to.
Ang lakas ng bili ng patis ng Hawaii up to now.
We asked Mrs. Velia Cruz Javier why was the business passed on to her specifically, she being the youngest in the family.
Intriguing question yan. Why me? Because nobody would take it. I have one full sister who said she cannot take the patis business, and I have also half brothers and half sisters. But they are not directly into the patis making. And it was more of a forced situation for me. When my ninong, who was then the Chief Justice, Andres Narvasa, said that, "Oh, Belia, sino magtutuloy ng legacy ng mama mo? Ay, your sister pala, hindi naman interesado. Ikaw na." And I immediately said, "Okay, Ninong, ako na po."
Perhaps, as Velia narrated it, her mom Ruperta saw a hint of interest in the business when she was a young girl then playing in the patis factory.
If I see the workers, they put labels on the bottle, pinagtatry-try ko din kung paano ba idikit yun, ganyan, o mabilis. May pa-contest-contest pa ako sa mga workers. Sige, unahan tayo. Ganun lang yung training, but nothing formal. But I would see how she would make the patis. And when she was still young, when I lost her, and that was in 1987. So, 1987 pa. At that time, I was still parang pwede pa sanang wag muna siyang umalis kasi I was parang ready na hindi ready yung feeling because I think nowadays you can see people, they age 90s and they're still strong and up and about. So at that time parang I miss her so much na she left too early for us.
This modern factory now is actually where the old backyard factory started. It has undergone many changes since then, but Velia chose to keep it in the original place.
Ito na, oo. Ito yung pinagmulan ng patis. However, we built the new office now. Where we are now used to be our house.
What used to be the Tentay Patis and Bagoong factory is now a new corporation, the Tentay Food Sauces. They have also diversified to more products lines like soy sauce, vinegar, banana ketchup, sweet chili, and fishball sauce. All these are now exported to many countries where there are big Filipino communities. The company has grown despite the many challenges.
The challenges are always there. Some are very basic, some are very new. They always come. It's just part of any business when you see challenge. It's really how you take them and the approach that you go with these challenges that will help you pursue your business and find more solutions, find more strategies that will really work best for you.
Another challenge to the fishing industry as a whole is the government's pronouncement of fish holidays, but Velia does not see it as a problem.
Yeah. In fact, I am with the government din na inaayos nila yung galunggong. Specifically galunggong because it's the food of the tuna. And Philippines is one of the top exporters of tuna. So with that, nagkakaroon ng fish holiday with galunggong. But that's okay because ang objective naman natin, dumami yun eh. For the time being, konti kasi naka-fish holiday, pero pag nanganak naman yon, marami rin yon.
Unlike other exporters, Tentay's export counts only 10% of their total sales. The products are exported to where many Filipinos reside, like in the US, more specifically Hawaii and Guam, Japan, Canada, the Middle East, and some parts of Europe. What gives Tentay food sauces its amazing staying power?
Nakita ko from my mom na kailangan talaga matyaga ka at saka you should be in control of the situation. Sinasabi niya noon at her time na kailangan naiintindihan mo talaga because that's the only way you will succeed. At saka hindi pwede yung malayo pa. Kaya nga yung business namin nasa likod lang ng bahay namin. Masipag daw ako, pero I think talo niya ako doon sa kasipagan niya.
The example of an extremely hard-working mother has rubbed off on her daughter who luckily inherited the business. And she has this to say to our young would-be entrepreneurs.
Yung sinasabi nating passion, kailangan meron. Kahit anong ginagawa mo, dapat may passion ka. Kasi it's only there you will put your mind and heart eh. So, kailangan determinado ka kung ano talaga yung gusto mong gawin at mag-excel ka. There is nothing as half-half. Kailangan 100% ka. You are in your business. I mean, like what happened to us, hindi naman to magiging successful kung hindi kami talaga desidido na pumasa na US FDA. So that was our latest achievement. So we passed the plant audit of the US Food and Drug. And we were audited for 2 days together with the Bureau of Food and Drugs and the BFAR group of the Philippines. They were here to help us and to go through with the audit. Ang ganda naman na nangyari dahil talagang first time kaming ma-check ng US, pumasa. And we could not have done that kung wala rin assistance ang local government.
The passing of the American FDA audit was a feather in Velia's hat because without it, the company cannot do business with the United States. Now, this is how the Tentay Food Sauces factory looks like. Modern, spacious, and very hygienic.
Isn't that another inspiring story indeed? This segment is full of such interesting stories, and we'll be bringing you more of this in future presentations.